update, and I'll try and be quiet because I'm at the train station right now. But I took about 6 stops to get to what's essentially the convention center where the Tokyo Auto Salon is. I had to get up pretty early, about 5:40, to get here on time. One of the people I know, Yasu, is going to be hooking me up with kind of a pre-hours ticket to get in and check out the place before the mad rush of the final day here on Sunday. So I'm meeting up with him right now, and then we're going to be at Tokyo Auto Salon in probably a half hour. Well, I made it, and about an hour before general entrance, you can see it's super empty right now, which is really cool. And I just happened to stumble upon Liberty Walk. That's the biggest first stop I wanted to go to. So I'm gonna make my way over there, kind of check out the cars before the crowds, and then there's a ton to see here, obviously. So I'll be walking around pretty much for the rest of the day. Amongst all the cars here, this is the one I wanted to see the most. It's the Liberty Walk Ken Mary. I had this on the background of my computer when I was in high school, so 15 plus years ago. And it's really cool to see it with this Smurf livery that they did specifically for Tokyo Auto Salon. This is kind of a little dream build for me and an inspiration for a future build to come. It's just room after room of cool cars here. I'm trying to get my bearings just doing a quick walkthrough. That way I know where to film and what to talk about. See the raised sign, I see Up Garage. There's a lot of stuff in this one, and this is just one of 2 of the major buildings. Here's Top Secret booth, pretty cool. Pretty much every variation of GTR. I see a 32 over there, 35s, 34, obviously. There's a little lineup of GTRs, including this Ken Mary, and I'm a sucker for these, so I gotta come over and take a look at it. This part of the building had some big names in it. You saw Top Secret, Nissan's here with a huge display that they're setting up right now. Bridgestone's right behind me. That gave me a little bit of an idea of what's over here, doing a big loop essentially in this building. It's 3 big halls, and then as I mentioned, there's a secondary building. And we're about 15 minutes before the main doors open, so you can see it's still just kind of industry people and photographers, and eventually we're gonna see a flood of people. I guess doors must be open because here is the mad rush of people. This place is filled up like crazy. I mean, it only took 10 minutes for there to be thousands of people in here all of a sudden. They of course have a dozen vending machines over there, but they're also handing out some free drinks. I don't know what this is. I assume it's an energy drink. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, there's a green mist coming out of it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign. Yep, tastes exactly like a Red Bull, but with 10 times the sugar in it. So I probably am not going to be having this whole can, but I could use a little bit of the energy, especially after walking out of the 9, 10, and 11 hall that you just saw. It is chaotic in there. It's a lot of the smaller vendors, and so they're doing anything and everything they can to bring attention to their booths. So having the models like I showed you, but also radios playing at full volume, air ride going up and down on the cars. It is absolute chaos in there. So I'm going to move back to 1 through 8 hall over across the street, enjoy a little bit more of my toxic drink, and then probably get some food because I'm running on fumes at this point. Well, I'd say that's a wrap for Tokyo Auto Salon. It's going to be closed in about an hour. I've spent enough time, probably 8 hours walking around at this point, and I'm really tired. I've been lugging around this big bag of swag that I've got. I got to figure out how I'm going to fit all of that into my bag here for carrying around the rest of the trip. And I mean, you guys saw in the footage, it was an awesome event. I'm glad that I was able to make it and that the flight delay didn't affect me missing this, because it is only one part of my trip, but it was a huge part of it. There's a ton of cool vendors and just really cool people in general, true enthusiasts walking around. The excitement was incredible. So I'm glad I went. If you guys are considering going next year or any other time, I would say make the trip out, and you can sort of package it the way that I did, which is getting here for Tokyo Auto Salon. That's the good start. Then spending a week and potentially another event like I'm sticking around for next Saturday, which is the Final Bout Drift event. Right now, I think I'm going to take a little break and enjoy the sun while I can. It is going to be getting colder here pretty soon. The wind's really starting to pick up. I might even get a little skate session in since I got my board, just to stretch my legs a little bit more than just walking back and forth like I did at the event all day. So that, then food, and I got to figure out what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my week.